This is a cue card question asked recently in an Ielts test. Describe a time when you gave some good news to a person you know. You should say who the person is, what the good news was, how you heard about the news, and describe what their reaction was to the news. Here's a sample answer for this Ielts cue card question. One occasion I remember vividly was when I told my parents about my exam results. I wanted to study medicine and the entrance requirements were very demanding, so I spent a lot of time studying, so I could get the best grades possible to secure a place at medical school. It wasn't easy, because I find studying difficult, and I was terribly nervous when it came time to sit the final exams. But, after they were all completed I felt better, although at the back of my mind I still had some doubts as to whether I had done well enough to get the grades I needed for admission to medical school. The day the results arrived in the mail, I was extremely nervous about opening the notification. My future career was in the balance. If the results were good enough I would go to university and study medicine and hopefully become a doctor eventually, but if they weren't good enough I would have to rethink what I wanted to do next. Anyway, I opened the notification and was stunned. I had actually done better than I thought and had gotten better grades than the minimum requirements for entry to medical school. I remember running upstairs to tell my parents. In fact they thought something was wrong as I was shouting to them as I ran upstairs to get their attention. I can remember the exact words I said to them, "I did it," and they just looked at me. It took a second or so for it to register with them what I was talking about, and then they both looked at each other and started to smile, then they both hugged me and we all went downstairs. The next couple of hours were so happy, it was such a relief to have achieved what I needed and I felt all the worry and doubt just disappear. I knew there would still be a lot of hard work ahead before I could graduate from medical school, but at least I had successfully achieved the first step. And that was one occasion when I gave some good news to a person I know. It was one of the happiest days of my life so far, and my parents were extremely proud and happy too.